Welcome to Blabbering, a week-by-week glimpse into a couple stumbling through life with a newborn.
I'm Tilly.
And I'm Dan.
Each week over dinner,
You'll learn Tilly is quite the feeder.
We'll discuss the realities of raising our baby, talking through the highs, lows and honest confessions of this thing called parenting.
Parenting won't be easy, but let's at least laugh about it. This is Blabbering. Okay, episode... You never know. 35.
35.
Yeah, we're on episode 35.
Nice.
So, it's a lot later than we meant to record the podcast because it's been really fucking hot.
And we're in the, not the loft, but like the top room.
So we got some nice sweat on us, both of us.
I'm not sweating. I'm oily. I'm always oily, but I'm not sweating right now.
Because you look like you're perspiring.
You're perspiring. It's glowing.
I am, yeah. I've
glowing,
been
darling.
Moving around the room trying to...
You might be looking at my highlighter because I'm wearing makeup for what? No, you're cowering in the corner.
Alright, sorry. I'll settle myself in, get comfortable. What's going on this week then?
I'm trying to think.
I think the biggest thing this week is the realisation that she's off to nursery in like 3-4 weeks' time.
And the past 4 nights she slept through.
That's true. That's true. That's been
we know
big.
It probably won't last.
She's not technically slept all the way through. A few nights she's woken at sort of like her usual time.
But she's not needed us to
but then goes straight back to sleep.
So for me, that's sleeping through.
Yeah, that's because you don't hear it.
I do hear it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there have been a few nights where I haven't heard her. But like, I think last night she woke up at like 3:30, screamed for a few minutes. I put the baby monitor next to my head just so that I didn't just fall asleep. Sometimes I do that. And yeah, she drifted off, so I went for a wee and then went back to sleep. But yeah, she's sleeping through.
She's been taking long to go down, hasn't she? So like, putting her down has been a bit more of a struggle.
It has, and that's the other thing that's made doing this a bit more of a pain. Like, we meant to do this Monday night, which wasn't as hot.
But she took a long time to go down. She didn't want to go down. Because like, she's also been sort of napping less during the day. Yeah. It's probably because it's hot and muggy and stuff as well. She's a bit like, she's like us, she's a sweaty gal.
Yeah, and yet we still haven't got rid of our like outrageous tog duvet for winter.
I don't want us getting a new one. I said like having no duvet.
No, we've discussed this. Where's the other duvet? Anyway, moving on.
You're not in a shitty mood today. You seem like you're in a slightly annoyed mood. That's the vibe I'm getting from you.
I'm trying to be energetic.
No, it's not that you're not being energetic.
1 second, and I don't want things that I'm going to have to do lots of editing on.
I appreciate that.
So stuff like where we talk about duvets. I don't imagine that's prime content. Those 10 fans.
Yeah. Hey, you said we had a whole 30 people listening.
Yeah, it's dropped back down. Last week it was 7 even. So
okay. There's no consistency. Just like equality.
Oh, isn't that the truth?
It's really no fault of your own. You try very hard, darling.
It's not enough though, is it?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's been good sleep the whole night through, but disruptive to our evening because it takes a long time to go down.
Yeah, it's like all those things with these, is it that like at first thing you're like, oh wow, this is going to be great. And then you suddenly realise how much it disrupts what you kind of got used to. And so then there's this like period whereby you've got to try and change what your routine and stuff like that. And then it's good after. I guess it's like all change, isn't it? At first you're like, this is going to be brilliant. And then it's hard. And then you settle in and it's great.
Yeah, like today it was easier.
Yeah.
It went down easier today. I think we've now accepted that she's gonna go down a bit later, probably. And so we stayed down and sort of had a bit of quiet time together as a family and then brought her up. So then she was kind of in the mood for bed.
Yeah.
And so she sort of like wasn't awake again, but she sort of roused a little bit when I got into her pajamas and stuff. And then so when I put her on the boob, she kind of thing where she sits up a few times to have a look around, then she realised nothing was going on. And she's held back down.
A nice cuddle before you went up, me, you, baby and Fatty.
Yeah, she was sort of straddling him.
Yeah, sat on a dog, Fatty, while Fatty was sat on my lap with all 60 kilos of him.
Yeah, she's sort of straddling him and sort of smacking his back. As she does.
And he's like, yes, I'm involved.
Yeah.
I'm involved.
Love me, touch me.
He's been a lot more, it's been a lot less interested in sofa time.
It's
don't know if
hot.
that's just the heat, yeah.
He doesn't like being hot.
No.
So I think it's probably partly that.
Yeah.
Maybe she doesn't love us anymore.
You brought that thing into the house and you give it all the attention. But it's alright, it gives me lots of food, but I want my attention back.
Yeah.
She started feeding him, hasn't she?
She has, slyly. Or she thinks it's slightly, I think.
Because she does this new thing, which is fucking annoying, where she just like holds her hand over the edge of the high chair and just like waves it around, looks at her hand, waves it around for a bit, then looks at you,
brings
then
it
looks
back in.
Yeah, and then waves it again. And the problem is like her grip, she's not got to that point of grip where I'm like, she's purposefully deciding whether she's going to keep it or drop it. It's just a bit kind of, it's a bit random currently whether she lets go or keeps hold of stuff.
Yeah, and so she gets upset when she's dropped it. And I'm like, May did that to yourself.
It's really frustrating because there's loads of food that will be, especially now because it's hot, so we're eating outside. So stuff like cucumber, once that hits the floor, that's not kind of a like,
No.
I'll just blow the dust off.
Especially with the fox piss in our garden.
That's real ingrained. Yeah,
like, I'm all up for having a good immune system, but I draw the line at fox piss.
Yeah, that's a new thing. I haven't seen him for a few nights. Hoping that
maybe you're
the door being open and my weighing. I have been weighing exactly at his entrance point because that supposedly helps. Supposedly foxes are deterred by strong male urine. Not as in like strength of the person, but as in the...
So you need to be dehydrated, is that the key?
Yeah. So the problem is I'm trying to work out whether I just rush downstairs first thing in the morning and do my morning piss.
Save it.
I just can't hold my bladder that well.
You have a little bucket by the bed.
Then run out and just
carry it down.
Throw it all over the area.
So our garden's smelling quite funky.
And annoyingly, the fox pits it gives like frosted tips to the grass because it like burns the ends of the grass.
Our grass a bit, doesn't it?
So it looks
like
fucking weird. But I guess it's not that bad because once I mow it, that'll go. But the yellow patch is the worst because there are bits where he's just killed it.
You've worked so hard.
I know. I spent so long. I need to get some more grass in, trying to fill in those patches. Fucking fox.
You had quite a domestic weekend, I would say, didn't we?
Yeah, what did we do again? So I did my charity training.
Yeah, and then I sort of did bits of house cleaning and gardening. I turned our curtains into blackout curtains by adding a lining.
You did, yeah.
Very domestic. Which has been a big difference, actually, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I picked our figs. Well, you actually ended up picking half the figs. So I only picked the ones I could reach. And you helped me with the rest, because our green figs from our tree, because they don't ripe, do they? We get 2 batches a year, and the first never really.
It's not hot enough quick enough. The second batch tends to be a bit better.
But then we say that, but then that's later on in the year when it's... Anyway.
No, but autumn there's a lot more. So if you think about the heat there is now, think about all the water and rain.
Yeah.
And they came out, in March?
They came out super early, didn't they? And
they're
big though this year, weren't they? They're fatties, but...
Whereas this second batch will come out soon. And it'll be there for August, September.
Yeah. So I made spicy green fig and tomato chutney.
Yeah, it's just very tasty.
Very tasty. Now it's got to mature. Mature in its jars. When is it going to get spicier?
Boshy. Not Swazi Fire spicy though.
Nothing could be Swazi Fire spicy.
If you want real heat, buy some Eswatini Swazi Fire chili jam.
It's a gift from my granny.
And then
it's not chili jam. It's curry paste.
Curry paste. Open it, use a tiny bit, and then leave it for 4 years in your fridge. That's the key bit. Letting it marinate for 4 fucking years.
It's got so much spice I think it'll never go off. No mold would dare grow in it.
Because, I'm pretty sure when we first had it, it was quite nice.
It was really fucking hot. Do you remember? I made a curry, and normally when you make a curry...
I still think that was quite old, though, when you used it, wasn't it?
No. I put, a couple of tablespoons in, so, quite a decent, what would probably be, 6-portion curry. You know?
I remember it blew my fucking arse off. And I assumed that it had been aged.
And so we tasted it and we were like, because I'd eaten other things. It was like a 3-pack. It was there was a chutney, there was this, and there was something else. And the other ones weren't too spicy. I was like, oh, it's fine. And it was inedible with how hot it was. So then I had to add 3 tins of coconut milk to it. I was like, surely now.
For when we get real thirsty for viewers, we can just do live spoonful tastings. Just a teaspoon.
Blow our asses out. And even then, it was a chore to get through. It was.
Yeah, I remember eating that and being like, it should be nice. And my wife's made a lot of effort.
It was just
It was-
so hot. It hurt.
It was one of those whereby like the first milliseconds of it going in your mouth, you're like, this is nice. And then the rest of the taste profile is pain because of the heat.
Yeah, it was real.
It's one of those things where the heat ruins the taste.
And I've used it since, and I've thought I've been really cautious. I've used like a teaspoon or half a teaspoon of it, and we're like, we're not that much of wusses when it comes to heat. I was like, fuck me, it's hot. So yes, we still have, I don't know, like a good third of that jar left. But I should have added that to my spicy chutney for real, like.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we made some chutney, and then we had a little barbecue on Saturday night because you've been craving a charred sausage, haven't you?
I have been, yeah. I wish we had bought some of those extra piggy sausages from the thingy.
Extra piggy sausages?
From our piggy farm shop.
Oh, they were very nice.
There's actually a really nice pig farm shop that I need to take you to around here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm up for it.
Try and do that this Sunday, maybe. Have we got anything on this Sunday?
Loft.
I can loft.
We're organising a loft. Very exciting.
And currently it's a maze. Real fucker in there.
Exciting weekend for us. What else have we done on the weekend?
Speaking about the loft,
Do
you remember one of our brilliant wedding presents?
you want more information on that, don't I?
The most memorable one. Our wall builder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw one in the wild.
Did you? In the wild?
Yeah, they've used one on that Oxford Road place where they built that low wall.
Oh, so now do we have, have you got something you want to use it for? Have we still got it?
I think we do. Maybe when we've fucking replaced that fence,
Anyone
I can
listen
use
to
the wall
this,
builder.
if you know who sent us a wall builder as a wedding present, we still, 4 years later.
Or was it an anniversary? Yeah, I think it was, yeah. Can't remember.
Yeah, it was anniversary, maybe. Either way.
Nope, still no idea.
An odd present, for sure, but to still have no clue who sent it to us.
Yeah.
We asked everyone. We just could not figure out who it was.
So, yeah.
It's a forever mystery. Oh, no, it could have been. He wouldn't have done an anniversary. Let's say that creepy Jack builder.
Now you got to tell the story about your little creepy Jack builder.
No.
Okay, never mind.
I don't want to tell.
About showering Jack. Sends you videos of him showering.
Have you seen upset that we were still together, so I don't think he would have sent us a present.
No, I don't think he's just for our first wedding anniversary and him being upset that we still managed to stay together for that short period of time.
Yeah. That's what we did on the weekend. What did you do on Sunday? We just did more housey bits, didn't we? I think.
And a lot of chill time, I think.
Yeah, we did a lot of Alex Friday.
Watched a lot of Alex
And
Friday.
scones.
Yes.
We had scones for
You
breakfast.
improved your scones, they were quite good. The former ones, I understood the reason why they should be good because of the butteriness, but they didn't quite.
Why didn't
do
have any
what they're meant to
didn't have any
do.
raising agent? The last ones, they're a bit flat.
Yeah. Yeah, these were a lot better. And we've decided, we need to remember this Sunday, that we're going to try and do our family planning time with our lush breakfast. And then we'll mong in front of the telly.
Yeah. So we decided we're going to have for our lunch breakfast. I was thinking. Also think we want for your Sunday lunch.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're going to be a bit floppy from loft. You're going to be real floppy. You're going to be real... I'll get you lots of treats and don't you worry. Because you're going to be a little floppy bitch boy. If it's still warm.
Oh my gosh. I went up there to get the fucking drill or something. I can't remember what it was. And it was so fucking hot. It's like, it's binary difference. I remember being halfway down to like pull the thing out, whatever it was. It was something large. I can't remember. Was it a kayak? No. What was it? I can't remember. It was something large. Being halfway down and just noticing the difference between like the bit of me that was in the loft and the bit of me. It's like being in water.
Yeah.
And that was just because of the fact that,
I'm not looking forward to it. It's going to be disgusting.
yeah, it's going to be fucking horrid. It was honestly like being in water but air. You know, when you're up to your waist in water, you're like, oh, this bit's cool and
But
this bit's
it's
hot.
going to be like dirty up there and dusty.
It's not that dirty.
No, but it'll be like dusty when we move shit around.
Yeah. So
And
it'll
so we're gonna be
stick to your
sweating,
sweat.
so we're
We'll
gonna-
look like chimney sweeps. We'll come down looking like chimney sweeps.
So yeah, you're going to need to what you need for what you want for your floppy dinner.
Okay.
What else have we done on Sunday?
It seems like you're quizzing me. Is there something that I've missed?
Did we do anything else?
We really didn't. I don't think we did much.
Yeah, I think we did. Oh, we had Chinese.
Yeah, we had Chinese. That's very nice.
Yeah.
Because I think the plan was to have a pretty lazy one because I had a pretty intense Saturday.
I don't find it being that lazy, but then I was watching a lot of Alex Rider. But we did a lot of meal prep. Finished my curtains. Yeah, very domestic weekend. And I feel we've got another quite domestic weekend coming up, really. Other than you're going out.
Yeah. So I've got my final training, and then I'm gonna go get meet up for a little bit of Pokemon.
Don't forget to say
then I'm then gonna go out for a mate's.
I do like how my
curry.
colleagues now spot people at work and I don't want to dance Pokemon. It's like sort of looks a little bit like.
Do you know I've missed it again? Thursday nights are the Pokemon nights at Eclectic Games. Gotta get down there.
What you're
be
waiting
with my
for?
Pokemon people.
You're waiting.
Maybe next week.
That is the place for you to wear your Fast and Furious t-shirts here.
Yeah.
It's the right brand.
Live my life quarter mile at a time.
Yeah.
In really small font, so it's actually quite awkward to read.
I just love it. Yeah. Strangely enough, it's quite hard to get decent Fast and Furious merch.
That's an odd one. I thought it was quite merchable.
Not quality merch.
Well, there's never going to be. The film's not written quality, but like if you just written family in the Fast and Furious text, I feel like that, and like ride or die. It's surely the obvious.
I'll just keep building your collection.
Or is it ride and die? I can't remember now.
Maybe ride or die. And then where we just about family.
Family. Just family. My name's Vin Diesel. Family. Dominic Toretto. Family.
Yeah. I might be going to her sister's open day at her work, but.
Oh, yeah, that's.
No, maybe not. There's...
Family.
Yeah. Tash might come over on Sunday.
Nice.
Help us with love.
Does she? She wants to.
She wants to see me, and she was like, "Could we go out for a coffee there?" I was like, "Yeah."
Nope. Being enslaved in the loft. She's tiny. I can throw her up there, and I don't have to worry about me trying to clamber up.
Hi, my lovelies. Thank you for listening. Can you please like, review, and subscribe to our podcast? But back onto Pop's going to nursery.
Yeah.
It hit us, hasn't it?
It has. It's crazy because I was speaking to your mum about it today.
Yeah. What was Mum saying?
And your mum was kind of saying that she used to leave the childminders with like you or Flo, and she'd leave crying, kind of being like, "Oh, I'm so awful that I can't look after my daughter," and stuff like this. But then, like, when she was back with you, it was a lot higher quality time. I'm hoping that's the case for me because they definitely get a bit exhausted by it all. You know, I kind of feel that it's a bit of a marathon a lot of the time. Sometimes I'm just tapped out, especially with like this recent change whereby her naps are all up in the air. I use the naps as kind of my respite time where I'm like, okay, take a few breathers, either watch something or do something that's just kind of me time that I can do because it doesn't, like, she's just asleep. Now the naps are all over the place. They're at different times. And so it's just been a bit of a harder one to work out.
Yeah. Whereas when I was up there, she just slept with me.
Yeah. And so your mum was like, it is really hard, but she also did point out the fact that like everyone brings something different to your child's growth, and that whole idea of it takes a village to raise a child. Now, I'm in two minds about that because I don't know the quality of the people that I'm leaving her with, but I'm not exactly leaving her for age. Like I get it is quite formative and stuff like that, and people can teach not like awful lessons to kids at school, but suboptimal lessons.
Yeah.
Like tardiness or like you know being sloppy or not putting the right thing, not prioritizing the right things in effect.
Yeah, or it can even be like more subtle things that people wouldn't necessarily think of, like, you know, things like we're trying really hard with how we talk about health and diet and bodies and things around Zoe, because we don't want that to be built into that. She feels like she has to be like skinny and all those sorts of things.
Yeah, especially stuff like self-confidence and attitude.
And that could be like, they wouldn't even think about it, but they might just make comments to each other about stuff.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, I'm on this new diet or whatever, or I want to lose, you know, and they wouldn't think about that. But that's something obviously we're consciously trying to do, along with many other things. That's just an example. That's the kind of thing that's sort of like subversive.
And that's the thing that, like, I don't know about you, but I now won't be able to remember one. But there are things whereby teachers have said something. Oh yeah, I can't remember. Teachers have said something, and they've just made it as a comment, and like you remember it for the rest of your life. I can't remember this is the one that I remember. one of my teachers in year 7 or year 8 was talking. He really loved music. He was an artsy English teacher, and he was my form tutor. And he was saying, "Oh yeah, I think a lot of people could be good singers if they really tried." I said, and he said, "Oh yeah, I think somebody like Daniel could be a really good singer." And I was like, "What? I'm a fucking atrocious singer. I don't think I'm tone deaf, but I'm halfway there." And it's like I can't do cadence. I don't really fully understand tone, and my voice in my head sounds completely different to how it comes out. So I think I'm singing banging, and then I hear it back, and I'm like, "That's fucking awful." And it's stuff like that. Like, obviously, that's a jokey one, but there are other times that I remember things that teachers did or said, and I either purposefully decided no, or was intrigued and was like, why? And so there'll be stuff that you just pick up and that sticks with you.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think that's part of my worry. I'm not sat there being like, "Oh, some of them will be pedos" or something. It's more of a case of some of them will have poor habits or will have a poor mindset about things, and those sorts of things kids can latch onto for silly reasons, and then it takes a while to kind of reverse that if you ever do.
Yeah. Yeah, it just feels weird that you're sort of leaving her to essentially be looked after by strangers.
Yeah. And you're not going to know what's going on all day.
And it's not like she's super young, but she's not that old. She's 8 months.
But even not just that, you're leaving her with other kids as well.
Yeah.
So
which will be good for her development, being around more kids.
It'll be great for her development, but she's a baby, and so you worry that one of them turns their back for a minute and then one of them pushes her or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And these are quite realistic things. Fortunately, it'll be a young, a kid who's maybe 3-4 months older than her who pushes her. So it shouldn't be like a sufficient push, but you get, that could be quite damaging to her. It's those sorts of things that you kind of worry about.
I think we were both saying that ideally, when we have another kid, we would ideally let to take off longer with them.
Yeah, I don't know, would I feel less bothered by it at a year rather than 9 months? It just feels mad that it's coming up for 9 months. We discussed how, we didn't really talk about this much at the time, but we discussed how I didn't really feel like a parent until about 6 months in.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's only when you dawn upon the fact that you are dad. You get used to kind of looking after something, as it were, but it doesn't really you don't hit that kind of binary realization of, oh yeah, I'm a dad. Until
you've definitely a lot more enjoyment from it as well post 6 months.
Yeah,
for sure. Since she's sort of got more of a character.
So it's mad that 9 months come out. What's also daunting is that coinciding with that, I've got to go back to work. And the other day, I tried to log onto my computer just to make sure everything was tickety-boo. And I'd been kicked out like you had, so I was locked out. Couldn't remember my password to get back in, even if I could. And all this sort of shit. And I'm just there I don't have a fucking clue I'm going to do my job. I can't remember anything. So it'll be interesting when I go back to work. So there'll be the combination of kind of weird new routine to get used to. Because suddenly it'll be constantly trying to work out who's dropping Zoe off, who's picking Zoe up. And all that sort of stuff. And your mum also made a very interesting point of other than her being born, this is the largest change in your routine that you'll ever have. Because from this point on, she will be in some form of education, as it were.
Yeah. And it kind of makes me sad that
it's gone already.
It's gone, yeah.
Yeah, 9 months. Everyone says
the time where she's going to be just hours.
Oh, it flashes before your eyes and stuff. And you sit there when she's screaming at you and go, I fucking wish it would. But then it comes around and you're like, oh my gosh, it has actually gone. And it's so fucking hard to stay present all the time. And I wish I'd managed to be a lot more present. And I'm sure you'll pull me up on it next time that I'm sat there on my phone. But it is just it just goes. And it's crazy how quick it goes.
And that's what I told you when you were starting your leave and I'd finished mine, I was like, I'm telling you, it goes really fast.
Yeah.
And I could see.
The first few weeks were fucking slow. But yeah.
But it does. It just absolutely flies.
It's just crazy.
And we're never going to have that length of time just with her.
No, because
Ever again,
that's it. Because next time
she's never just going to be ours.
really strange
Yeah.
and sad.
Yeah, it is sad.
Because early on we were like, oh, it's fucking up our careers. And now we're like, fuck our careers. I don't want her to go to nursery.
Yeah, but I think that's good, you know. We know where we stand more when it comes to family versus careers, going into any future roles we might want.
Yeah.
And I still value my career, I still enjoy my work, but I very much now know that, like, I don't want to be a role that's, like, on site every day.
Yeah.
Not at least until all my kids are in school.
Yeah.
I want to be here, I want to be present, I want to be able to pick them up from their you know, whatever they're in, nursery, childminders, whatever, or drop them off, or whichever one it is, you know, realistically we're going to take one each. I want to have that time with them.
Take one child each. No, you even pick up or drop off. Yeah.
You know, ideally I would, you know, I'd love it if I could work from home with them at home with me, but I mean...
Children are always like conducive to work.
No. Until we get some kind of career that's very high earning and we can do it in tidbits.
Just potter about on a pig farm with our children.
Yeah.
It's mad. It's sad. But at the same time, like, it's the impermanence of life, as it were.
It is. It's constantly evolving. You know, and one thing, you know, one door closes, something else opens, as it were. Like, it changes, but there'll be other new great things in this next stage. We're not aware of them yet because we're not in it.
Yeah. It also reminds me of how quick, like, life moved when you were younger and how slow life moves now. Like, if you think about times to memories, like, between the ages of when my memory kicked in at like 6 to 18, well, 6 probably about 20-ish, the like amount of change that you had every year and the amount that you like made memories and remembered them versus now, like I speak to a lot of people and they kind of go, oh, it's been 4 months already. Do you know what I mean? And even I kind of catch myself being like, wow, you know, it's nearly 9 months old. That's mad that it's gone that quickly. And it does just feel like years kind of just roll around without you noticing. Like I often think that about summer. Like I get to summer and I'm like, oh yeah, I really love this. But then like very quickly the summer will go and I won't have really capitalised on summer, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
I'm often like, oh, I need to be outside. Oh, I need to go enjoy the sun. Oh, I need to, you know, I should plan all these outdoor activities that I know I love because the weather's good. And then like autumn rolls round and I'm a bit like, oh, let's try and get a few in now, but we've largely missed it. And you've only got 8 of them in your life. You know, if you live to 80, you might die before, you might die after, but let's be honest, you're not going to be able to do loads in your 80th summer, are you? And it's just crazy how, I mean, 80 sounds like a lot, but I'm already 30 through. Well, 31 nearly. And so it's crazy how quickly they kind of rumble around and go.
Yeah.
Just time. It's definitely non-linear. Mad physics shit over here was so deep. Philosophical.
But also, like, I've been thinking a lot more about sort of next baby. Not necessarily just like because I'm sad that Zoe's not little anymore. I'm not that sort of longing for something that's smaller again.
No.
It's more I want her to have a sibling. And I want to grow a family. Like, I'm enjoying having our family, and it's not always easy, but I enjoy it at all stages. I really do. I take pleasure in it all, and I love this part of our life, and I want to grow it and expand it and do more of it, and I'm just eager to do that.
Yeah, we haven't yet hit the point whereby Zoe's got her own personality, so we can. Well, I mean, she's building a personality, but she's not yet able to be like, no, I'm my own person, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so it's definitely not a case of like, this one's not conforming to my expectations. I want a new one.
Yeah.
But I understand and I agree. I am kind of hitting the point of being like, I want to build this and keep this sort of momentum and this growth and making this family that we always kind of wanted.
I've also been thinking more about having.
And I've said no.
3 children.
I've said no.
And I was very much said no to this, which is fine because we could always say 2. I mean, I always imagined having 3 kids in my life. Yeah, which I'm absolutely fine to adopt. And so when we was, through the years, we've always said 2 makes sense sustainably.
Well, Are we done on the topic of leaving them?
Yeah, I think so. I'm sure we're touching it more and up, sort of going through up until when she does start nursery. I definitely think it's made me like want to make sure as far as possible I do my sort of days from home on the Thursday when my mum's looking after her, because I know at least I'm going to be around her a bit more on that day.
Yeah.
And I'll have to. My mum will be taking care of her,
Yeah.
but I'll be just near, which would be nice.
It'll feel like this now, as it were, like because you've enjoyed working from home while I look after her.
Yeah.
Because you can still hear her, you can feed her if you want to. You can, you can go through, get a cup of coffee, and wave at her, interact with her, and
Give her a
stuff
little
like
kiss.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to. I feel like I'm going to have more of that mum guilt when I'm working and then she's not with you.
Quite interesting to see if I get it, because obviously most dads don't do like as much of a stretch as I've done. So it'll be interesting. Also, I'm not somebody who gets so much guilt about those sorts of things. Anyway.
No, I don't know if I'll get guilt or I feel more of a longing for her.
Yeah.
Because that's more what I felt. I've not felt guilt as necessarily because I don't feel guilty about working or prioritising that. It's more I've missed her.
Yeah, because as much as it is hard, and I've stressed to my bloke friends that this isn't like just chilling, it is very flexible.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as she's all right doing stuff, I can, go to the park with her, or I can, and it's, basically for what most of my colleagues, obviously, most of my colleagues who have kids now, their weekends have been my weekdays for the past 4 months, which is a crazy thought. Which is also very daunting that when I get back to work, basically have to do both, work and do this at the weekends.
Oh, I've been doing it.
Yeah. Well, I guess at the weekends there's the both of us. Do you have any scat chat today? Yeah. The Tale of Two Poos, I think.
Oh, Tale of Two Poos.
So was it Tuesday? She did that really hard one that had like separated into like
little nuggets.
Yeah, like real hard nuggets. That one was really painful for her to pass. She didn't have a good time passing.
She woke up with really low as well, didn't she? At one point, was it on the weekend? She woke up screaming because she'd done that poo in the night.
It must have been Saturday because she slept through on Sunday night. Did she sleep through Saturday night? Yeah, I think she slept through Saturday night, so it must have been Friday night. Anyhow, and then today, she did the complete opposite poo. It was really soft, really mushy, and just pooed. And so, I'm in two minds about this. I'm very glad that she's not in pain anymore. She's not there like losing her mind and rasping and going red in the face and screaming. But it stinks so much worse. So yeah, the previous ones smelled a bit acidy, like like olives and stuff like that. These ones, I don't know how to describe it, and they get really sticky, so they just stick everywhere and make a real mess. So let's see. Hopefully, we can reach sort of midpoint whereby she's not screaming her head off.
I definitely rather go for what you had today than screaming.
Yeah, but I'd like them to just firm up a little bit. I don't want her to be in pain.
She had a good one yesterday.
But your mum is also keeps reminding me. She's like, it's really strange for the first 2 years, for the first year of your life, or for the first year of her life, maybe even 2 years, you're just fascinated by your child's poos. All you're doing is checking their poos all the time and stuff like that.
We say this to each other sometimes.
Yeah, because anybody who's listening to this who isn't a parent, what the fuck? Why are they always talking about their baby's poos? Why is this such a conversation?
Just is.
But it's such. She's only poos once a day, and it's usually the most stressed out she gets every day.
Yeah.
And so, if our whole point of the day is to keep her well-being tip top, that's the bit that it's like, how can we most help?
Yeah.
Especially with it being really hot,
I've made
hydrating her.
Psyllium husk ice lollies. Well, psyllium husk and prunes and blues.
And you made her psyllium husk breakfast, which she didn't like very
No, that
much.
was just left over.
Okay. And then Fatty had it. and he's not been too happy. So I'm not sure if it's not good for him. Hopefully,
No.
it's not too allergic / poisonous, but he's 60 kilos, so it should be fine. Hi guys, thank you very much for listening. We really appreciate it. And if you're enjoying it, please let us know by leaving a review or sending us some feedback. The email is blabberingpod@gmail.com. We'd love to hear your stories, any feedback, any news, any thoughts. Also, you can find us on Instagram. The handle is blabberingpod. We're active on there as well, so you could DM us. And yeah, if you've got 5 seconds, please leave a rating. If you've got a bit more, please leave a review. The words are very helpful. And give us a follow. Cheers. Enjoy the rest of the episode. Did you want to do some Got a Man? What would be an ideal morning for your partner? I'm not going to go into that. That will be here all day talking about morning routines. We finally stopped talking about morning routines.
No, ideal morning would be like, a fun morning, surely not your morning routine.
Okay, fine. Let's do your ideal morning. That's a good one. So, what would be your ideal morning?
Oh, I meant to ask.
1 second. I'm going to answer.
Okay.
You know how this works.
I wasn't sure who's going first.
Your ideal morning would wake up, have a bit of snuggling, maybe a bit of sex time,
Yeah.
then a bit more snuggling, and then we'd go get Zoe.
Yeah.
We would probably have cuddle in bed, maybe watch something in bed, or just do our classic showing each other our Instagrams, and then
I did it with a cup of coffee.
yeah.
Not eating. Do I like eating in bed?
What's your view of just like having an espresso machine in the bedroom?
I
'Cause
don't
people like coffee in bed, but no one ever has a coffee machine in their
And
bedroom.
you get teas made, don't you?
Yes, I don't know what you're on about.
You
What's
had
a
a
tea?
teas made.
I
It's
have,
like an
but I
alarm
don't know
clock
what
that
it
makes you
is.
tea.
Oh, I know there's ones for coffee, but I didn't know. Yeah.
So it's a real old-fashioned thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, people don't seem to have coffee machines in their bedroom,
But
but
I don't tend to want coffee straight away.
it's not good for you to have coffee
No.
straight away.
I like to go for a walk first and then have a coffee normally. But if we'd had like sexy time and all sorts of things, snuggling, I'd be ready for a coffee in bed.
So
Fuck
then,
the consequences.
so then you have your coffee, and while we're going for Instagram like millennials, then we get up, we go for our walk. You with your coffee in hand, maybe number 2, maybe still finish at number 1.
Ideal would be going somewhere and getting a coffee from a nice place.
Ah, yes,
take it
on the
around
walk.
this.
So we're out with Fatty at this point,
Yeah.
with Zoe and Fatty. Then we come back. We have a nice breakfast, something like your scones or whatever. And we watch like 2 Fast and Furiouses. And
But somehow it's still the morning.
yeah. Well, no, this is to the end of the morning. So I think that's probably you're not going to want to watch 3 hours of film. Watch either like a short film or something that's about an hour long. And then what do you want to do just before the morning ends?
You know what I want.
You want your alone time? Do I know? I feel like I
You're
should.
going to be like, oh.
Yeah, it probably
God.
will be.
I'm going to want to
1
go
second.
some.
You're going to want to go to a farm shop.
Or like a market. A food
Yeah,
market.
yeah.
What is a bougie supermarket? Some kind of fun food shopping.
Some fun food shopping. And
Because while we've watched something, I would have wanted to have planned food out. I love planning food and then buying food and then making food.
You like planning food. You do that a lot.
Well, I do it every week, so that's how we budget for our food.
I mean, we don't really budget that much
No,
anymore.
only when we budget time.
Okay. Yeah, and then that'll be the end of the morning. Maybe try and do some sort of family activity before the morning fully closes out. Like, I don't know, go swimming or something.
How long is this morning?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It probably wouldn't happen by then. That would probably be on to the afternoon. Okay, now what's mine?
I think it's going to start the same. Wake up, snuggle, sex, snuggle.
Yeah.
Zoe.
No, just leave her.
Little kitchen in bed with Zoe.
Yeah. And especially once she gets to like giggly point. Because in the morning, she wakes up fucking bright-eyed. She's ready to go.
Oh, she is.
Which is, you're finding hard. Because now, because she sleeps through, your boobies are really engorged.
Yeah, she doesn't
she'll
want that straight.
She'll have a little bit of a feed, but then she's like, guys, I'm ready. I want to do the day.
I'm like, drink the fucking
And you're like, no, fade off my huge bosoms. And she's like, no, I want to laugh. I want to have fun. I want to look round.
Okay, so we'd start like that.
Yeah. It's
And
a good
then
thing that we have. Why don't words work? This isn't good for a podcast.
similar matching.
Yeah, it's good that I'm ideal mornings match.
So I think then you'd want a dog walker as well. I don't know, maybe not on your ideal. It really depends on your mood, your ideal morning. Your ideal morning could vary between being very lazy and just being on the couch watching things with food
Yeah.
to us going on a walk and doing some kind of fun family activity out and getting like a Mackey's breakfast en route.
Yeah, that's very true. It's very true.
It depends on the vibe you're feeling.
I think that I would definitely like a walk if I could guarantee that there was no one else there.
This is
It's going
ideal.
to be a lovely
so
day.
We can.
It's just me, you, Fatty, and Zola in a fucking field. There's absolutely no one else.
Would you want a Mackey's breakfast en route home? Or would you want a home cooked breakfast?
I think I'd have the home cooked breakfast because I enjoy like all your special breakfasts. I enjoy them more than like a Mackey's. If we were going somewhere, we're not going to have the time to do stuff like that. Like, let's say we're going kayaking or something, you know, then yeah, Mackey's breakfast. Yeah. Okay, so, and then after our dog walk, what am I doing?
Well, I'm saying this depends.
Yeah, I think you're completely right. I think either I want to have it really lazy, not that bothered about going to like the food market bit, or I want to be like, go, go, go.
Yeah.
Go do something. Oh, other big news. We finally booked our vacation that we talked about 5 weeks ago.
Who are you?
Sorry, it came up on her holiday.
Yeah, so not American. We've got some canoodling. Wednesdays and Beverly's get on those travel monitors.
We
Sorry,
do.
they're just a monitor. It'll be our travel monitor.
What is something small that really makes your day?
I think our walks.
They are quite nice, yeah.
I think I really miss it when we don't go on a family walk in the mornings.
Yeah, it'll be weird once we go to work because it'll be quite hard. We'll have to get up quite early.
This is why I started to go through our new morning plan.
No, I have to just get up early and do that like that. I'm not like getting up at 5 to go to the gym.
No, I'll go up at 5 to do stuff, and then when I'm done, we'll go on a walk.
Yeah, I think those walks are important. I think for me, 10 minutes meditation is quite important because it kind of helps me with the rest of the day. But I think just really getting into the groove of a song. Like if you're walking somewhere and you hit that, you find a tune that just resonates and it's real like bopping music.
Yeah.
I think that really is an inflection point in my day often.
A really good poo. I just feel so much nicer after a good poo. And because of my weird nostrils, clear nostrils, if I've done a good old poo, like a nice emptier, I've really got my nose nice and clear. I'm like, oh my God.
Wait, how do your nostrils?
My body feels so good.
How do your nostrils relate to the poo?
No, I'm just saying both. I feel cleared out. My nostrils are clear. My bum's clear.
Okay.
I'm like,
I thought you meant when you do a really good shit, your nostrils open up.
Yeah, so it's not.
Anyway, I think on that note, we'll call it.
Okay.
Thank you for listening, people.
Late potatoes.
Bye.